Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we're about to get started with episode 387 of Within the Trenches podcast. But first, as always, a word from our sponsors.
At InDigital, we know that public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESI net goes beyond industry standards, not only i3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Rapid Deploy is the CAD of the future. It's cloud-aided dispatch, not dinosaur computer-aided dispatch that looks like it was built in the 1980s. Rapid Deploy's cloud-native CAD, mapping, and analytics increase situational awareness for call takers, dispatchers, and responders. Rapid Deploy is taking public safety by storm. It's fast and easy to deploy, with implementation in days, not years. It's affordable for all agencies of all sizes, rich in features, functionality, and data. It's also reliable and secure as we use Microsoft Azure Government Cloud. Go to rapiddeploy.com to learn more.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Welcome to Within the Trenches, true stories from the 911 dispatchers who live them.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Within the Trenches podcast. This is going to be episode 387, and yes, this episode is live, unless you're watching it on demand, of course. and I say this because when I've put episodes out there, I've noticed in the comments people asking, questions and stuff. And if you look at the upper left-hand corner, you'll see that it says premiere. So some of these episodes, when I record them, they go out to patrons first for early access, and then of course they go out audio-wise, but they will be premiered live on Facebook. And but this one, if you look up in the corner, it does say live. Okay. So we are here. If you're in the comments, say hello. And how are you doing? How's everything going? This episode is sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy, and shout out to patrons as always. Thank you all so very much. And for those who are here now as well watching. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. I wanted to do this episode live because this coming Monday, on the 7th, June 7th through the 10th, is going to be the last Dare to Be Great 3 virtual conference. It is going to be awesome. There's so much to talk about. And that's what this episode is going to be. It's going to be, talking about the conference and, talking about those who are going to be there next week, but also reflecting on the entire journey of Dare to Be Great. It has been an amazing experience. So thank you all for the support so very much. I do want to mention as well that if you're going to be at Navigator, I will see you there. It's Navigator 2021. It's going to be at the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. And I will be there in booth 412. Make sure to stop by, record an episode with me. Let's share your story. A big shout out to the IAAD and the Navigator Conference for hosting the podcast once again. And, my experience there has always been so much fun. just the networking alone is excellent. But of course, all of the amazing speakers, the continuing education, all of it, it has just been just a really good experience to attend that conference. So if you've been on the fence about going to it, get out there, go to that conference. It's an awesome one. And again, this one is in Vegas, and it's going to be July 13th through the 15th. One of the things that I'm looking forward to is their closing speaker that's going to be there. It's Marlee Matlin. She's Academy Award and Global Golden Globe winner for Best Actress in a Drama. She's been in so many different movies, shows, all types of things. Also has an app out right now. It's called Marlee Signs, and it gives the basics of sign language. So if you ever wanted to get into that as well, check it out. Again, she's going to be the closing speaker. It's one of the many amazing speakers that are going to be there at Navigator 2021. So make sure to check it out. And the link is going to be navigator.emergencydispatch.org. So let me put that in the comments here really quick, and so that you have that, so that you can check out more about the conference and everything coming up with that. So again, big shout out to Navigator as well as the IAD for hosting the podcast. Again, just like in years past, it's always been such a good partnership with them. So thank you so very much for the support. I want to bring on my guest for today, and this is my homie who's been helping me out with Dare to Be Great since the beginning, and we've known each other for years. So it's always awesome to work with her, and is my homie Leah. Bam.
Hello.
What is going on?
Not too much. It's like the only time that you'll see me before the conference.
Well, no, if people join in on the After the Greatness, you'll be there as well.
That's true. I'm usually always in the background, which I'm good with. Totally fine.
Oh, right. You're probably thinking though, like, oh, that's right. I am going to be on that.
Oh, yeah.
I am part of that part. Well, this has been, such a good experience. Just from the beginning. I mean, it's been over a year now since the first Dare to Be Great. And there was a lot that went into that. I've got some videos and stuff that I'm going to share here in just a little bit, but I want to get your thoughts on this whole journey of Dare to Be Great. Like, what has this been like for you on your end?
Awesome. I mean, something totally unexpected comes along, and you had this great idea. The first conference was amazing. Second one's even better. I know the third one's going to be the greatest. So I'm pretty excited for that. But just the planning, the preparation that you've done, the education that's going out to people, you can't put a price on it.
Yeah, it was one of the big goals was to be, since the beginning, since the very first started doing all of what it is that I do, is to find a way to give back. And that was something in the beginning of 2020 as well. Like, we gotta find, I'll find a way, somehow figure out a way to continue giving back. And yep. And then COVID happened and everything went to hell.
Honestly, for a time, that we're supposed to be so far apart, it really brought our 911 community together, and so many people made connections without being in the same room, and that's remarkable.
Right. Yeah, that was one of the biggest things. As I was talking about, Navigator, that the networking alone is such a big thing. The networking during these virtual events, not just Dare to Be Great, but all the other ones that have been going on as well, has been awesome. I was part of the Carbine Innovation Summit yesterday, which went very well. Had an excellent panel discussion yesterday, and that was one of the things that people talked about so much more. That even though people might be, virtualed out or whatever, it still brought so many people together and allowed people to not only attend something they might not have been able to in person, but also to meet others that they may have never met had it not been for, whatever virtual event that they attended.
Right. I don't know that people are virtualed out, but I know they're ready for in-person, which I'm ready for in-person. It's going to be great. I can't wait for some of the stuff this summer, like you said, Navigator and various conferences. I don't think that virtual is going away, because it really does provide an opportunity for everybody to come together when they can't travel, or they don't have the budget, or just don't have the personnel. So,
right. And I'm right there with you. I think what's going to end up happening is, a lot of these conferences have seen, literally experienced how good these virtual events have been,
Yeah.
and how it has given that opportunity for others that they're probably going to go into a hybrid version.
Probably should. Hint, hint.
I'm just putting some comments here in the comments, and get some information from everyone, because I want to know from you as well, those who are watching, whether you're watching live right now or you end up watching this on replay. What have these virtual events done for you? Not just Dare to Be Great, but all of them, because I think that's one of the biggest things that ended up coming out of the pandemic, is the amount of education, right, and resources that were provided, everything that went out. I mean, for you and I, like I said, we've known each other for years, and looking back, 10 years, maybe 5, I don't know, there wasn't this much information and resources and everything to learn from, right?
No, absolutely not. And even if it wasn't out there, you didn't know really where to go get it. It wasn't all necessarily in one spot, and everybody did things differently. So people have a lot more connections now. There's more resources out there. People know where to find them. They're in contact with one another. It's been great.
Yeah, it has been excellent. And Sarah puts here, I have learned and grown so much as a speaker. And that's another thing, a lot of people who have have been developing things were able to bring those out as well, and really dial in on those skills and such to put that education out there.
Because you also don't have people in front of you. You can't gauge the reaction.
Right.
Terrifying, but also, exciting. But it's been awesome to see people grow as speakers too. Like watching everything on the back end, seeing people's personalities truly come out has been awesome. And I think people are so much more relatable when they do that. And there have been a lot of speakers that have done that, and they really connect with people a lot more than, I'm not saying that, they're not unprofessional. It's just they're human, and they're kind of becoming more and more comfortable behind the computer or in front of a camera, where they can express themselves and pour their hearts out if they have to. And it's been a really good experience.
And especially in the green room.
Well, I'm saying my heart out in the green room.
Oh man, so much fun in the green room. So much that has been going on, but just kind of getting people ready and prepared as they're about to go in and do their session, present their session and all. And some people would come in and be like, oh man, I'm kind of nervous, or you can tell that they're nervous, and then we just start singing and start getting down, and and then and then they break out of it. It's like, okay, now we're gonna go live. It was so much fun, man. It's so much fun to do, and to have you there as well. For those who are watching and listening, especially listening right now to this episode, one of the things that happens during these events is, so Leah comes in, she signs in as me, so she's like admin as well, and she's in the background watching, listening, and also like moderating in the comments and stuff. And every so often there will be a video of me singing or whichever, but I also have Leah on a separate chat platform, so that we can talk back and forth and figure out certain things that are going on. And there are some times where I'm talking to somebody and I'll just happen to look down, and you send a message, I'm like, ha.
Whoops.
Oh man, it is so much fun. But I can't thank you enough. It has been so good to have you there, and to be able to do that. One of the things I want to share here, and actually I'll just go ahead and share this right off the bat. So as a preview for next week, I wanted to show our keynote speakers, as well as the sponsor speakers, the Diamond sponsor speakers, and some of what they're going to be sharing. So I'm going to put this up here and share this on the screen. So for day one, the official first day of DTBG 3, our keynote speaker is going to be Congresswoman Norma Torres. She is California's 35th congressional district, or out of there rather. And her session is going to be on the 8th. It's going to be 1:45 p.m. Eastern time, and her session is called Unsung Heroes. And it says here, every successful emergency response starts with a call, excuse me, and dispatchers who answer those calls lay the foundation for every life saved and every criminal apprehended. As critical as this link is to the response chain, the tremendous sacrifices of our nation's roughly 100,000 dispatchers are often overlooked. As a former dispatcher with nearly 18 years of experience, Rep. Torres will discuss her work supporting the dispatcher community, including her bill, the 911 Saves Act, to give these unsung heroes the federal classification they truly deserve. Woo!
Woo.
Yeah, so that is going to be excellent. Looking forward to that. Again, that is day one, the first official day, because the 7th is like a pre-con day. We got sessions all lined up that day. But on the 8th, after all of the sponsored vendor hall sessions, this will be the one that officially kicks off all of the conference sessions that are going on. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have her on and hear her speak.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So I want to look at the next day here. So this will be day 2, obviously. And I see her in the comments already. Let me share this here. Bam. So keynote speaker for day 2 is going to be the amazing Sarah Weston, founder of 911 Wonder Women Inc. And she is going to be going on at 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. Again, this is June 9th. And the session is called The Power of Your Passion. And it says, the thing that breaks your heart is the very thing you were born to help heal. And that's from a quote from Glennon Doyle. And what role does passion play in your life? In public safety, passion is almost a job requirement. If passion fuels our purpose, we must find it, follow it, and protect it. Though this is easier said than done, the fight to find and keep our passion in 911 is well worth the effort. Coming out of 2020, let's rediscover the power that lives within our passion. So this is going to be excellent. I'm looking forward to this one as well.
I am as well. Probably my favorite thing when Sarah speaks is you can feel her passion for what she does and how much she believes in the people in this community. So it's always awesome to hear her speak. And every time I'm like, yeah, that's right. Let's get it. Get a little hyped up.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's that passion, like you said, and just listening to it. And especially when she's talking and everything, and you see it in her eyes as well. It's so much fun, and
then also the real life of the kid jetting across the back of the street.
Right? Yeah. Yes. That. So I have a video actually that I'm going to play here in a moment that has that, and she's probably watching, thinking, "What? What video do you have?" It's one that you gave me permission to play, so. It's one that I put out a while ago that had all types of stuff that was on there. So, yeah, it's just the authenticity, I guess. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
Her laughing. Yep, I think she knows which one it is. But yes, it's genuine, authentic, all of it when she speaks, and I just love it so much. So thank you so much for being a keynote speaker, and I cannot wait for this session. So for the last day, the final day, which, oh man, it's gonna be kind of a sad day, I feel like. Like it's gonna be good, that feeling of satisfaction, accomplishment, everything with the journey of this virtual conference. But man, it's gonna so let me pull this up here. So for the third and final day of the final Dare to Be Great conference, I had to throw that in there, is it's going to be Ernie Stevens. This dude is freaking awesome, man. Every time I have spoken to him, this is another dude who is just fully genuine in everything that he speaks. And he's going to be on June 10th. It's going to be right in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And he's out of Texas, so it's going to be 7 a.m. for him. It'll be a little earlier, but His session is called Breaking Down Barriers. And it says here, Ernie Stevens will be discussing the 7 pillars of creating a culture of wellness based on the Asher model. Breaking down the barriers of stigma about mental health in relation to first responders must become a priority. When I had that episode with him, I could just listen, because everything he was talking about was just so true.
Yeah.
And his experience as well. He's a retired police officer out of San Antonio PD, but he was also the subject matter with his former partner Joe for a documentary that HBO did, and it was Ernie and Joe Crisis Cops. So this was something that that they were doing. They were going around and just trying to see the people, the people who needed help and all for mental health and wellness, checking on their brothers and sisters, and they created this documentary, and he is going to be one of our keynote speakers, and just fully excited and honored to have him.
I'm really looking forward to this one as well. That mental health conversation needs to be normal. It needs to happen more often. Yeah.
So we have got an excellent lineup for our keynote speakers here. Again, I am super excited for all of this, and getting them into the green room and prepping them as well. I'm going to see if when Congresswoman Norma Torres goes in there, if I can get her to dance.
I'm sure you can.
I was like, so what's your favorite, what's your favorite song? What's some music? And then I'll put it on and we'll get down. Oh man, that would be good. So I do want to share here as well, as I mentioned in the beginning, we've got our sponsor speakers as well, and a big shout out to all the sponsors, but of course our diamond sponsors in digital, Rapid Deploy, as well as Rapid SOS. And I want to pull this up here because they each have a day that they're going to be speaking. So I want, those are the ones that I want to share, are the ones that have those who are going to be speaking, kicking it off every morning. So on that first day, it's going to be, let me share this here really quick, give them their shout out. So this first one, as it's loading, Of course you would take that long. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So the first one here is going to be Larry Stidham. He's the VP of Sales and Marketing and Communications over at InDigital. Will be kicking off the day, June 7th at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And he's out of Michigan, so it's Eastern Time. It's not going to be any earlier. It's going to be that time. Houston, we've had a problem. And actually, it's going to be him as well as their Indiana market manager, Shane. So they're both going to be doing this session, and it talks about how last year had its share of challenges and difficulties, and we'd rather just forget all about it. But if we don't look back at the lessons learned, we won't be prepared for future events. COVID-19 forced PSAPs to put even more emphasis on PSAP planning. What happens if we have an outbreak in the center? How do we handle calls while we sanitize the center? In this session, we'll talk about what worked, what didn't, and how you can prepare your PSAP for future events. So this one is going to be a pretty good one. Looking forward to it. Last fall, he did the opening session for InDigital, and Larry really put himself out there. I don't know if you remember, he was talking about his journey, and there was a picture with his mom and just a bunch of other stuff. And I was like, damn, that is not where I thought he was going with it, but it was so powerful, and it was good. It was a good way to kick off the conference.
That was a great session. I'm really looking forward to this one too. I think we've learned so many lessons in such a short amount of time for over the last year. It's going to be interesting to see which ones carry forward. I know we use InDigital, so it's always that conversation. What's possible? Yeah, we can probably do that. And then all of a sudden, now we need it now. And
right.
A lot of these vendors and partners, they were able to deliver, and it's just been kind of a game changer in the industry on how we do business. So it's going to be interesting to see some of that and hear about it. For sure.
So this next one here on day one, opening up day one, this will be June 8th, 8 a.m. I think 7 a.m. for this guy because it'll be earlier. There's going to be Melvin Bland. He's the VP of Customer Service over at Rapid Deploy, and this one is already, just the title alone is interesting. So I'm looking forward to this. Melvin is going to be presenting "Who Took My Flip Phone."
Okay, but I missed my flip phone.
Yeah, me too. Those things were awesome, man.
They were awesome. Little razor, little flip phone.
That's what I'm talking about. So it says here, a discussion on getting over the fear of allowing technology to improve our ability to serve the public. And this is going to be a good one. This is something that we've talked about a lot, actually, on, embracing new technologies. It's always good to and interesting, to ask people, how are you embracing technology, or what advice do you have for those who are looking at embracing new technology? How has it been for you there at your center?
I'm fortunate. I have a director that's very forward thinking. I have a staff that is kind of game for the new and next upcoming thing. So it hasn't been too bad. There's a few where it's like, nope, I don't want to see that, especially when it comes to video. But then I have other people that are like, yep, let's do it. Let's bring it in. We can do it. So I have a mix. Primarily, though, they're pretty tech savvy and excited for what's happening next.
See, that's always good. That it's a good thing to be able to have that, because otherwise, you end up being one of the ones where it's like, how come we aren't doing this, or how come we can't move forward? What's the issue here? What are we afraid of? Well, we might have to hire a dedicated person. No, you might not. Like, try it first. And
hopefully, I'm sure I'll talk about it, but hopefully your staff is involved in those decisions. You don't just bring in this new technology and be like, here it is. Whoop, there it is. Use it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Let them drive it. Let them, make suggestions, and we try to do that. So we have a pretty good crew when it comes to technology, but I know that is not always the case.
Right. And it's especially good when, you have an industry partner who comes in and says, I want you to try to break this.
Right. Okay.
Use it. Yeah. Use it to the point where I want to see you break this, because that helps us, and, all of that. And you're like, all right.
That's funny. I just broke a desk yesterday.
That's awesome. That's so good. So on the third, actually the second day, rather, on the second day, the opening speaker is going to be Diamond sponsor Rapid SOS. Now, I'm only going to share the one. There are two speakers for this one here, and let me switch over to this. All right, there it is right there. So this is Karen Marquez. Her and Jameson Peavyhouse are actually going to be doing this this session together. And Karen's the Senior Director of Public Safety there at Rapid SOS. Jameson Peavyhouse is the Director of Public Safety at the company. Again, this will be June 9th. This will be at 8 a.m. and it is From the Cradle to the Save. And excellent title. And it says here, Rapid SOS is excited to engage with public safety professionals all around the country at Dare to Be Grade 3 in this session. Karen, as well as Jameson, will share their journeys in public safety, from working under the headset as a dispatcher to transitioning to the private sector, and what they have learned. Why does Rapid SOS do what we do, and what can you do to join our mission and truly dare to be great? So this is going to be an excellent session as well. Make sure to register. And actually, let me throw this up here just so that those who are watching in the replay and those who are listening, it's going to be withinthetrenches.net/conference. So you can go there. You can find out way more information about the conference, everyone who is going to be speaking, and then the sponsors as well. And make sure to check out their company pages, because checking into them helps us as well. Supporting them supports us. So thank you very much for that. So I'm going to share really quick, and let me see if I can zoom out of this page a little bit that I'm going to share so that people can see it better. But I want to share this because I don't want to just share the keynote speakers and the sponsor speakers. I want to be able to share everyone who is on here. So looking at the website, again, for those who are watching, those who are listening, you can go to withinthetrenches.net, and from conference, you can actually go to the speakers. So if you are putting in the website address, you can slash and then just put speakers in there, and you'll be able to see everyone. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through these here, because these are all the amazing speakers who are going to be speaking there at Dare to Be Great 3, and it is an amazing lineup. You can click on any one of these pictures and it'll take you to their profile page, and you'll get to see what sessions they are doing, what it's all about, the time and everything. And then of course you've got Leah and I on there, because we're going to be doing After the Greatness. On each day, we're going to be doing a live broadcast here on Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube, and we're going to be talking with some of the sponsors and also just recapping the event. So the industry partner spot, there are tons of them on here because there's a lot of panels. Okay, there's a lot of panels along with the sponsors that are going to be doing sessions. So I'm just scrolling through them here, as you can see, and there are going to be some amazing sessions. You do not want to miss out on this final Dare to Be Great. So again, thank you all so very much for the support and for coming together for Dare to Be Great.
It's such a great mix of speakers, like every level, each facet. It's going to be some really great training for everybody.
I can't say enough about it.
I know it's awesome.
It's been such a great experience, like I keep saying, and it sounds like a broken record, but it's true. It's just been so good. And again, you can check it out withinthetrenches.net/conference and get registered. We're also going to have Discord available for people to further connect. And I want to share some of the stuff from the past. So looking back, this first one that I want to share, I'm pretty sure this is from Dare to Be Great 2. But either way, I want to share it here. Now, let me see if I can switch up the audio here so that people can hear it. I might have to turn it up, but either way, this was one of the videos that I ended up getting from Leah right before I went into the green room with one of the speakers. So let me share this really quick. And for those who are listening right now, I'm going to play a blooper video. And you'll be able to hear it, but I'll kind of talk through it as well so that you know what's going on. You don't feel cheated out of it since you're only listening audio style. All right, here it is. I mean, look at my face already. It looks like I cracked one off, and I'm smelling it.
Stank face.
I know. Yeah, I got the stank face going. It's like, oh, is that beef or what is it? I don't remember eating that. Okay, I'll stop. So let me go ahead and play this. So for those who are listening on audio only, it's me in the green room, and I was singing the beginning of Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And it's so funny because sometimes I'll come in just like a second after you or 30 seconds after you're like in the middle of this production. It's just me who can see it. It's hilarious.
Oh man, that's what makes this so much fun as well. Like you get to see me like shaking off nerves and everything right before things start.
That's what I was gonna say. You can always tell, like, if you got a little bit of nerves. It's like there's like a little shimmy, there's a little song, there's a little like face making of the camera, adjust, like make sure everything's okay, and then you're on. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right, and then they, bring somebody in, or sometimes I'll bring them in, and the music is just going, and
then they'll be like,
right, yeah. It's so much fun, and also, so Nathan and Tanya, if you're watching right now or if you're listening, I'm about to play one of your videos. And this was a blooper video. This was one that you had sent in, and it was part of one of the promos. I think this is for DTBG 2 as well. But again, this was one of the fun things that went into every one of these events. And having some of these with the bloopers and stuff just to show what went into putting on the event was excellent. So let me share the screen here, and all right, here it is. That's a good picture right there already.
Sure.
Yeah, that is excellent. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Nathan Lee here with Denise Amberley Foundation. We're really excited to announce that the foundation is going to be a part of the Dare to Be Great 2020 conference next month, October 6th through the 9th. The foundation's honored to be a gold sponsor. We've got 3 sessions lined up. One's on quality assurance, one's on peer support, and the other is on recovering from a traumatic incident. So we're real excited to be a part of it. There's a lot of great sponsors, including one of the foundation sponsors that's also sponsoring this conference, and she's sitting right next to me.
Hi, everybody. It's Tanya Lee with Evans, and I just want to encourage all of you to register for Dare to Be Great 2. Dare to Be Great 1 was amazing, and I know that this is going to be even better. Evans is going to be a proud sponsor, like Nathan said, a diamond sponsor. So you're going to be seeing a lot of me. I'm going to be talking about your 911 environment part 2. And I'm also going to be doing a session on what it's like to be married to this guy right here. So you don't want to miss it.
All right.
Make sure to sign up.
Should I be worried?
No. Okay, so we'll see you there.
Thank you, guys. Looking forward to it.
Here it comes.
Can I push it now?
Well, especially since you just.
Oh, it's so good.
That I think is what made it even more fun right there. It was just right at the
Looking
end.
forward to it.
Because again, a good picture right there, a good still. But there, I had told them, I said, make sure that you have a pause towards the end so that I can edit and have room for it. And
Can I push it now?
Well, especially since you just.
Her laughing just cracks me up.
I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sending that in. That is so good. So yeah, that was one of the ones there, and there was so here's another one. This one isn't a blooper one yet. There's one more that's there. And again, what we're doing here right now for those who are watching and listening is, we've gone through a preview of next week, and we're just reflecting now on the first one and the second one, but also, an announcement that I have at the end here for the third one, because I want to do some giveaways.
Oh.
And I'll give some of that information here in a moment. So let me share this really quick, because what I wanted to do for this third one, I did not get a chance to do, which sucks. I hate that I did not get a chance to do it, but I'll tell you what I was thinking of doing for this third one. But let me play this really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Are we back?
It's so good.
That one was so much fun. So this is what
would you done Back to the Future 3, or would you have done like a different trilogy?
So yeah, so my idea for the third one,
The Last Crusade?
yeah, well, no, I was gonna stick with the third one, Back to the Future. I was gonna stick with that franchise, that trilogy. What I had in mind was I was going to, and of course if this was allowed, because a lot of centers aren't letting people into their center.
Right.
So what I wanted to do was take video of you in your office, of you just getting done talking to me after the greatness, and then the shot of the door opening and me turning your chair around and you going, "What are you doing here?" and me saying, "Leah, I'm back.
That would have been awesome.
I'm back for Dare to Be Great."
Oh
And
man, I can see it now. Get up here.
and then it going black, and then it's saying, that's the same thing, but Dare to Be Great 3, and then to be concluded.
I love it.
Because at the end of part 2,
Yeah.
he ends up, you remember, he shows up again. He's like, no, I just sent you back. He goes, but I'm back from the future. That's what my idea was in my head, was to show up in your office and kind of replay that whole thing, but it'd be for Dare to Be Great 3. Damn it.
Good idea.
It would have been so much fun, but I didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah. Wow.
Either way, it's gonna be good. It'll be good.
It'll be great.
So, the last video I want to play, this one it's about 4 minutes long, but this one was also a behind the scenes as to what ended up going into the first one. And I'm not sure if everyone remembers it, but I wanted to play it as we're reflecting on just this whole journey, which has been just an excellent experience. So I want to play that one here before we go into the wrap up of this, and kind of talk about it a little. So here we go. And Sarah, if you're still watching, this is the one that I was talking about. All right, here we go. Today's October 5th, 2020, and tomorrow will be the first day pre-conference for Dare to Be Great 2 Fall Virtual Conference. We have been working on a bunch of different things, and I wanted to create a movie. No, that's not what I wanted to create. Let's do that again. Take 2. Okay, so that was just one of many of the bloopers that went into making the introduction for this video. I wanted to create something at first that was this big intro to Dare to Be Great 2, but instead what I wanted to do is actually show all of you how fun it was to put together the first one and how fun it's going to be to do the second one. Also, others that took pictures and shared as they were attending everything. It was just such a good time, and I hope you enjoy this video. And everyone who is in the comment section can see us, the both of us.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Okay, good. I just wanted to see if it actually played. Over. Low volume. Okay, so I can turn it up if I needed to, but yeah, no bass.
You just wanted to see if I would start dancing.
Yeah.
Rock, 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 rock. Go ahead and put up the guitar.
Of course, I mess up the lyrics.
I know, but I texted them to you, the right one.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. It happens right at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got a beard, Joe.
It's my quarantine beard.
Your quarantine beard.
I'll have to shave it, but for next week.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know that I've seen you with a beard. That's cool. That is cool.
Your laugh, though, just kills me.
That was so hilarious.
I know. I hope people send in pictures again. That was super fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That's the best setup ever.
Yeah, duck. Oh man. And Jim.
And Jim with his mask.
Jump on. Here, all right.
Ricardo's dance move.
That's right. What up, guy?
Hey.
All right. You know what's awesome about this is all of this is being recorded right now. So this is good.
Are you joking right now?
No, I'm not. This is not going anywhere else. It's just for us. I hope you enjoyed that little glimpse into what went into the first conference and so much more going into the second one. And there will be another blooper reel, I'm sure. And of course, a look at all of those who attended the conference. Thank you so much for everything, for attending, participating, sharing, and we'll see you there. Have a good one.
It's too much fun.
Oh, dude. So good. Again, it's been an awesome experience, and I can't wait for the next one. So going into the wrap up of this, I do want to share something really quick and put it out there. I was just going to do a post, but I'm gonna put it out here right now as well, especially for those who are listening, because this episode is going to go out today for audio and everything. So I'm going to share this here, and just like the other one of the past ones for 2020, we're going to have this frame as well. So I'm going to have two different frames. This one is with black text, and then there'll be the other one that has white text so that you can have it on your image or your picture on Facebook. This is going to be a frame, and I'm going to use this as well for giveaways and such. I want to see your profile picture with one of these frames for the last Dare to Be Great conference, DTBG 2021, and I'm going to be giving away $100 Amazon gift cards all week. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do one at the very end of each day. So that's going to be 4. So at the end of pre-con day, that last session, I'll give one away during that time. But I'm also going to give one away during the After the Greatness. So that's $800 worth of Amazon gift cards that are going to be going out there. But you have to be present, man.
All right.
You got to be present for it.
Must be present to win.
That's right. Must be present to win. Or we go to the next one and do it that way. But again, every day of the conference in Crowdcast, at the end, the last session, we'll be doing a giveaway. But also during After the Greatness, make sure you're there. You have not just 2, you'll have 2 chances per day to win. Again, that's going to be $800 worth of gift cards that it's going to go out there. So make sure you're there, man, because it's going to be good. Excellent sessions. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially After the Greatness. We do that recap. That is always fun as well. So make sure to jump on. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so much fun. Eastern time. Eastern.
That's right.
That's always the question. Is it Eastern? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Eastern time. However, if you're in a different time zone and you're looking at Crowdcast, it does the time for you. So you can look at that time, but just know that for the schedule on the website and everything that's going out there, the images, all of that is Eastern time, and it says Eastern time on there as well, so that there's no confusion. Because that first one, there was a lot of confusion. Everybody was wondering what the time was for it, but we got it figured out. Leah, any closing thoughts as we go into next week for the last Dare to Be Great?
No, I'm excited. Spread the word. Send in those pictures of you at the conference virtually, because this is the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, remember, if you missed something, you can always go back and view it. So even if you're not there, you can go and get some great training later.
Excellent.
It's going to be awesome.
Thank you all very, very much for the support and for coming and enjoying everything that has been put out there for every single Dare to Be Great conference. For those first two that happened, it surpassed 9,000 attendees worldwide, and we're going to be adding more to that here with Dare to Be Great 3. So I'm excited to see everyone in the comments, networking, connecting further through Discord, and then of course all the speakers and everything that they have there. So again, thank you all so very much, and thank you, Leah, for everything. It's been great.
Can't wait.
This episode has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. And if you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us, and that's going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That is @91podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/withinthetrenchespodcast. Bonus content, you can check us out, patreon.com/WTTpodcast. And for the audio version of this, you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone, and we will see you next week for Dare to Be Great 3.